Hello and welcome to the gameplay trailer for Harvested. This trailer is going to be broken up into 3 segments. The first segment is going to be about movement and controls. The second is going to be about resource and resource gathering. And the third and final segment is going to be about combat. So in this first segment we're going to talk about movement and controls. So if we note that the mouse button is looking around, WASD or the arrow keys is to move. The left mouse button is mostly to interact with things like the build menu and other such stuff like that. And the right mouse button is to gather and interact with in-game objects. So you'll also notice that the left mouse button is to fire your current weapon equipped. Change that weapon, you press the R key, and you'll see that your weapon change. You only start out with the pistol and the knife, which is the only ones I have so far. Another thing you'll have to remember is the med kit is the E button in case you're running out of health, and the flashlight is F. You start out with the flashlight out, but you can always put that away. You'll also notice that the map only extends as you explore it, and another thing about movement is you move unhindered on the pathway, but as soon as you move into grass, you start moving a bit slower, and then as soon as you move into high grass, you move even slower. So that's the first segment, most of the basics, easy to do things, and the next segment is going to be on resource and resource gathering, so I'll be back in a second. So now we're going to focus on resources and resource gathering. So you'll notice up here in the top left corner we have a population count, wood, gold, food. So wood is obviously gathered by going up the trees and right clicking to chop them down. Wood is used to obviously build. So that's fairly straightforward. You can also get all 3 resources in crates like these. All you have to do is right click on the crate and you'll start gaining resources. In this crate it seemed to be gold. You can also get loot like a med kit right here, or guns, or body armor that you right click on to obtain. Food is gathered by either right clicking and gathering from berry bushes like these, or over here, or going to these fishing spots. As you can see, the little sparkly fish, and right clicking on that and you'll get food. Food is used for sustaining your population. So for every individual in your population count, it takes away 20 food per day. So you have to look out for that, especially when you have employees. So gold is obtained by mining stone, loose stone that has your little gold nuggets in it. You'll notice that mining takes a very long time if it's just you, and it's quite tedious. Same with wood gathering and food gathering, it's all the same. You can also mine this loose stone. It won't give you anything, but it will create space. So now we're going to gather some resources, but we don't have to do it alone. So you go into your build menu, which is right here, it pops out, and then you go to economy and you'll notice you have the lumber mill, the mining camp, and the fishing wharf. So we're going to start with the mining camp. All you have to do is left click on it. You'll see how much it costs you, and then all you have to do is left click where you want it to be. So I'm going to put mine right here, and then once you're done, if you don't want to put another one, all you have to do is right click and the menu will go away. Go up to any of its spots and right click, and you'll start building. Then once you want to create more people, you right click on the mining camp and left click on the recruits to start making miners. You'll see that it costs gold and lumber to make these miners, and then it will cost food after every day to sustain them. As you can see, the population count went up by 7 after 7 miners were created. After you're done with that, all you have to do is right click and they'll go do their job. As you can see, it's a lot faster for them to do it than for you. Obviously, lumber mills work exactly the same, and fishing wharfs work exactly the same. They just gather different resources. You also have to make sure that there's trees and fish around for that to work. So that's the end of this segment. We'll get into building and combat in the next one. Thank you. For our last segment, we're going to focus on combat, both the building and fighting aspects of it. So I took the liberty of actually going into these crates. As you can see here, all you have to do is right click on them. That's where you'll find things like med kits, resources, and weaponry. I took the liberty of getting some weapons already, so I have the pistol, I have the assault rifle, shotgun, the sniper rifle, and the knife. You start out with the pistol and the knife, so I'm going to switch to the assault rifle, which is my personal favorite. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go for shotgun right now. So you'll see these portals that have popped up there, or a hole to the underworld as we like to call them. These are the enemy spawn points. They're not active during the day, but at night they get pretty hectic. So you can destroy them during the day if you really wanted to. Obviously enemies are going to come out of them. We have your basic soldier, and then we have one of these guys, which is an explodey dude, and he takes out terrain, as you can see. So also you'll notice that I actually gained experience for doing that, and the portal's kind of almost dead, so I'm gonna try and kill it. Ooh, there's more enemies than I thought was gonna come out of there. It's okay. Rocket launcher man. It's okay. And then it's almost dead, so yep. Destroy the portal. It's always a goal. So now we're actually, as it's getting closer to night, we're going to start building barricades. So I'm going to build some walls. So kind of like that. Gotta get rid of this tree. It's kind of frustrating. It's right here. So to build things, it's the same thing as you were building everything else. All you have to do is left click on what you want in the building menu. Left click where you want to put it, and then right click when you want to build it. So better get these fast. Night's coming real quick. Better put on my flashlight too. So the next thing I'm going to do is build some turrets. First I'm actually going to build some pulsars that go on top of everything. And then right outside I'm actually going to put some turrets. So as you can see, it turned to night now, so I better get these up real quick. All of these defenses can and will be destroyed by the enemy. It's just a matter of time, really. This game gets a lot more hectic than you might want to believe. Oh boy. So I'm going to finish building this one. And then I'm going to build a barracks real quick. So barracks is obviously for your soldiers. The same thing applies for them as all the workers. They go into your population count and they take away 20 food each. Right click on them, train your soldiers, and they will fight for you and follow you around. They also carry their own flashlights and their own source of light. So I'm going to take them with me, and I'm going to go attack the portals. Attack the spawn points. I see you, creeper man. So now we're going to go out and just kind of wipe these guys out. It's important to get this done during the day, which I didn't do, because the portals will respawn. Ooh, die in here. The portals will respawn, but they won't in the same place. So if you have your base, you want to get rid of all the portals around you, unless you're looking for a good time during the night all the time. But that's essentially it. So thank you for joining us. There will be other trailers that'll be put up soon, focusing more specifically on different things. This was just a general overview. So thanks again for taking out the time and thinking that our game is worth your time. So continue to check us out. We'll give you updates all the time on IndieDB and our Twitter and even our Facebook page. So until next time.